Oh snap, let's get it. We're jumping right into the action. We got day 4 right here, 20,000 steps. Let's go ahead and hit it hard. Today, I ate, let me think, what did I eat? I ate about 1,500 calories. Granola with, what was the other thing? With Greek yogurt, with cottage cheese, with flax seeds, with pumpkin seeds. All right, great combo. I had egg whites. What was in the egg whites? I put Greek yogurt, I put cottage cheese again. Super high in protein today. Definitely when you eat that much protein, you feel a little bit gassy, so that's just the usual. All right, let's go ahead and get these steps. And ended up going 26 miles of walking yesterday. 26 miles. Absolutely incredible. Today I'm going to be looking like a traffic cone or whatever color this is. Maybe it's like the guys that work in construction. Let's go ahead and see if I'm still recording this because it never ever hurts to check. The last thing you want to do is, let's say, walk those 26 miles, you turn around, and then you don't even see anything being recorded. I think I would cry. Okay. It looks like it's gonna rain today. And let's be honest, I'm okay with a little bit of rain. I did wear a long sleeve today. I don't know if that's gonna do anything for me, but if it does rain, it'll most likely soak it up and then keep me cold for a little bit, which might be good if the sun comes out directly after. But yeah, day 4, can't believe it. Now here's the thing. I've been searching on like Instagram because I'm trying to understand search engine optimization, right? So hashtags are very important, right? So the way you word your description, the way that you use your hashtags, and what you say in the video, it ends up giving you a ranking that places you in a search engine. So if you were to search up hashtag steps, I tested it and I saw my video start to pop up. And I thought that was pretty cool because it's like you searching for something on Google, and let's say you have a company, right? Like for roofing, right? So type roofing for cheap on Google, and there's a chance that your company could pop up, right? So if you search up hashtag steps, you'll see some of my videos and my shorts pop up on Instagram, which is pretty cool. So to get free traffic, you got to learn how to optimize your caption, your title, what else? And your hashtag, right? Those 3 basically give you free click-through traffic, right? I'm only just a beginner, and remember, I'm not that smart. All I do is I use ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is the one that's telling me like what to do, what to write. As a matter of fact, ChatGPT is a Hall of Fame assist because everything that I basically do is a variation of whatever ChatGPT tells me to do. I know that kind of sounds whack, but it's great if you're a novice at creating content and trying to like put yourself out there. So it's a great tool. You know, obviously you have to go and do the rest of the work, like actually holding the camera like right here. All right, and this is the hardest thing in my opinion. The forearm pump yesterday was just, it was so crazy. I did make it to Disney Springs yesterday, but I was thinking, did I really want to go to Disney Springs? No, not really. I was already really far away from home. We ended up taking the wrong path yesterday. So that added an extra like 5 miles, which was why I ended up with a grand total of 26 miles yesterday, right? I could not believe it. I thought I was doing something correctly. I thought I was going the right way. I thought I was adventuring. I did not know I was gonna add so many more steps. But hey, you know, this is a 20K challenge. I'm not doing the 58K step challenge. That is probably for another time. Now, maybe I'll get to that point. You know, if the viewers want to see even longer steps, if they just want to see me just absolutely burn through my legs, All right then, you know, but it'll be a little bit before I go and actually want to do that, because one, I think I need like, I don't know, probably like 100K subscribers, because to do 58,000 steps, okay, 100K might just be overreaching. Maybe like half of that, maybe like 50K, right? But to do it consecutively, like day in, day out, for 7 days, all right, you got to understand, that's a marathon, a marathon, right? Some people could run that, but look, that's pushing it. That's pushing it, especially like with the time of the day and how long, man, I would probably have to run that just to be able to fit it all on a video. But if I blow up, obviously, this is stuff that I'll actually realistically do. Absolutely no problem. You know what I'm saying? If I start turning this into like a real career, I have no choice but to listen. You know what I mean? So for now, I just enjoy doing this to try and push people to do things better for themselves. But hey, you know, I'm just throwing that up in the air for the universe to respond the way it wants. But yeah, a good day to you guys. Hopefully you guys had a splendid morning. All right, we're starting this walk at about 4 o'clock. All right, so ETA finish. I'm gonna go a little bit faster. And I'm talking about like day 1 or day 2 speed. I think day 1 was pretty fast. So we are gonna be hauling just a little bit. I think I'll make a 2-part today, because I'll end up getting to, I believe, where I used to go play basketball at, which I know is 5 miles, right? And then to walk back, there you go. That's our 20K steps. You know, I can't mess that one up. You know, I can't go off track. You know what I mean? Like if I mess that up, I deserve to have to do more extra steps. It's okay. I'm used to it. But I don't know, guys. What are you feeling about the shirt? I really like the shirt. It does look like I am a construction worker. But this is actually safer. You know, because maybe at night, you know, maybe at like 6 o'clock, the sun might start going down. Might get a little bit darker. I don't know. You know, it's just always good to have this a long sleeve too. I don't usually put sunscreen on. I am just kind of winging it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, like aging, you know, I kind of want to have better looking skin. I'm trying to upgrade and update my water intake, even though like the past couple of days, I haven't really been doing jack squat with water. $20K steps, ain't nothing wrong with it. At this point, it's just easy to do. Yo, what up? So, let's see. If you add that up total, I don't know. Let me think. What is that? 20 times 7? 2 times 7? 140,000 steps? That's a great, like, baseline to have. You know what I'm saying? And if you walk 10K steps a day, you can get that number in 2 weeks. And that's nothing to scoff at. You know what I mean? 10K steps already puts you in the top percentile of people. I don't think you guys understand. It's actually like, I believe you're 10%. Obviously, in the 10% group. I mean, dude, from experience, I've gotten into the 0.1%, according to ChatGPT, with these crazy shock days. Like, I have data on my health app that ChatGPT kind of can't even believe that I do sometimes. I tell it I did 30K steps. I tell it I do 40K steps. I tell it I do 50K steps, you know, and I kind of just cycle these. Before I started recording, I just started printing out steps like it was nobody's business. And ChatGPT couldn't believe it. You know, you can have a conversation with ChatGPT and it retains all the information that you talk with it, and it generates real good dialogue. You know, so it actually feels like you're talking to a person that, you know, is keeping track of everything. And Now, I know for some people, that's amazing. You want to know why? Not everybody has the ability or people around to go and have a nice conversation. Like, I know it sounds as weird as possible. It sounds a little weird, but I don't mind having a conversation with ChatGPT. I just don't mind it, because you're always going to learn something. It'll always tell you something useful, you know, and it'll always offer you it'll always offer you things that you wouldn't expect talking to an AI. Like, you can ask it for like basic, let's say, answers for your homework. After it delivers your answers, it'll offer right after that, it's like, would you like a step-by-step demonstration on how we got these answers? Cool. That's one example. For me, hey, can you create me a manga style storyline so I can go and shoot for my niche of, you know, walking, right? It'll create that storyline for me. You know, I always ask it to sketch it, because rather than the computer explaining things for me, I had to go and read it. It does a really good job of explaining in various formats. So like, if you're a person that like needs to see it, you could ask ChatGPT to, instead of explain things, draw it out for you, which is pretty good. All right, if you're somebody that likes to build things, right, you can ask ChatGPT for step-by-step blueprints on how to build whatever you're trying to build. And then on top of that, it'll even walk you through. I like to also tell ChatGPT to give me the answer to a problem I have, and then I will follow up with, now, explain it like I'm a 5th grader. I know what you're thinking. Why would you say that? Well, look, it just makes it even easier to understand. And ChatGPT is so capable that it explains whatever topic you have questions about, and on whatever grade level if you want to learn it in. So just play around with ChatGPT. Play around with it. I'm pretty sure if you're like somebody that's into like car mechanics, you can go ask ChatGPT for some solid blueprint on how to fix the problem that's with your car, diagnosis, and all that. And remember, it also keeps a track record too of your conversation. So if you ever need to go back on a specific piece when you're fixing your car, like 2 weeks later because a part came in, ChatGPT will bring up the chat for you. Ain't that cool? I don't know about the whole thing about AI will replace your jobs. That possibly could be true. But I don't know. I think it is worthwhile to spend some time with ChatGPT, learn how it works, and then try and implement it into your life. Because if I'm going to be completely honest with you, for the content, the shorts and the videos that I put out, it wouldn't have been possible without getting some sort of instruction from ChatGPT. Also, guys, I did not drink the Power Up Cherry Cola yesterday, which is the energy drink that I got from 7-Eleven. After drinking the other blue one, right, the Fusion, right, I told you guys it tasted like, you know, coolant. This one, I've been saving it for today. Now, I don't know how excited. I have no idea how excited you guys are for me to try this. But I can be honest with you guys. I did have 2 cups of coffee and some Rise coffee, right? So we're looking at about 160 milligrams of caffeine for the first 2 cups. And then we're looking at about 60 milligrams of caffeine for the Rise coffee. Now the Rise coffee has like lion's mane, reishi, a couple other like cool herbs that I never really did too much research about it. But my mom told me that, you know, this does a lot for you. And I was curious. And I wanted to try it, right? Said it like enhances your mood, focus, memory. And, you know, I'm a sucker for improving like any baseline stat that I can. So I did put some in my almond milk, because I also had almond milk today. Mixed it, And I didn't really like dissolve properly. But I was like, I'm not gonna complain about it. I'm just not gonna complain about it. So I tasted it, stirred it up, had a couple sips, and combined with the coffee, I don't know if it's the coffee giving me like the feeling, but the focus and the alertness is obviously there. All right, let's just see how long I can keep this focus while we're doing this walk. Because like yesterday, I felt like I ended up losing focus, but I think I was just more that I was enjoying the walk. But I did feel like a sense of like, damn, I could be a little bit more focused in talking about things that would be beneficial to people. Or I can sit and enjoy the fresh air, the sunlight. Like, I mean, if you were watching day 3's episode, that was awesome. Part 2 was fun. You know, yeah, I was so far away from home, but life, man, life is just good when you get lost in it. So I got lost, and I kind of forgot. Like, I kind of have to be like beneficial to you guys on, you know, trying to help you out even more than just walking. You know, I want to provide as much value as I can to you guys. Here's the one thing about coffee. Coffee is a diuretic. And those clouds over there, you know I was just talking about having a little bit of rain and it not be bad. But look, let me be honest with you, man. I walked so many times already where I've gotten rained on that maybe I should have thought about what I said earlier about, yeah, I'm okay with it raining, because look, the universe ends up giving you things when you ask for it. And I just hope the universe is not gonna give me some rain. I just hope it's not. Well, I already asked for it earlier. So, oh well. I guess I'll just deal with it when it comes to it. $20K steps. You know, I did see other people do like challenges that were 20K steps for 21 days. You know what I'm saying? I did watch some of the videos, but the thing about those videos is there's a lot of B-roll. And I don't know if I have it in me to continuously put the camera down in different locations and then record constant B-roll. I don't know if I really have that in me. I don't think I would do that. I think it's too time consuming. Hello. Yeah, I think it's way too much time to go and put your phone down, then record snippets of you walking, and then knowing that you already had to walk a lot. I mean, I think it would make for a cool looking video, but we're just trying to be a little simple here and just be like, I want to have this to where all you have to do is just tune in, go outside, walk. It's like we're having a conversation together. And again, everybody could be listening to something else better than me, yeah, but look, I appreciate you. You know, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate the 4 to 5 views that I do get on these videos. 4 or 5, but you gotta understand, I'm putting out a lot of yapping, a lot of walking, a lot of footage. It does take a significant amount of time to upload these videos, but for the 4 or 5 viewers out there, gotta understand, if I'm helping any of you guys, you know, this is all worth it. You know what I mean? Out of the 5 of you guys, this is worth it. So glad you guys tuned in. I'm glad you guys are here. You know, let's go ahead and let's crush today. I'm excited for this walk, but I am picking up the pace a little bit today. So let's go ahead and pick up the feet a little bit. If you guys are following the diet as well, then you know that 1,200 calories, ooh, I felt my first drop. I felt my first drop of rain. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm getting mixed feelings right now. I know if I pop the cherry cola right behind me, the energy drink, I just might, oh, wait a second. It's actually picking up a lot. Oh, snap. We're gonna go this way. Holy, I did ask for this though. I absolutely did ask for this. So I can't really be mad. Immediately after I stepped out the house, what did I tell you guys? A little bit of rain. Oh wait, it's on the camera? I see it. Wait 1 second. I will clean you up. Let's go ahead and get you right. Yeah. How's the quality? Quality is looking pretty good. Nice. Alrighty. We're under a really big tree. I'm thankful for this tree. Alright. Now, I know what you're thinking. Are we going to stay here all day long? Are you going to wait for this rain to pass? No, that's not really the plan. The plan is to wait until it doesn't rain as hard, and then we can continue walking on foot. I am not afraid of nature. I am just not. But I am afraid of water getting inside these cracks in my phone. Let me tell you. That is mayday, mayday. All right. Without this, did it stop already? So that's the thing about Florida. The rain comes and goes whenever it feels like it. All right, and I think it just did stop. You take a look, have a look for yourself. Let's go ahead and do the. Yeah, wow, it really stopped. Rain, rain, go away. See, I'm happy about that. Let's be appreciative of the rain stopping. But look right above us. Yellow. What's going on, guys? Woo! You guys can go away. Let's go ahead and wipe the screen. I would cry if it stops recording, but I have to make sure this gear is clean. Very nice. Almost done. Because sometimes the water droplets sometimes can press pause on the screen. And then that'll make me cry. And today I'm not trying to cry. And I don't want to make you guys cry either. So let's continue. A little bit of rain scared me. It threw me off course. But I kept that under a minute. All right, so we can make that minute back up. There's a hammock right here too. So the hammock, it's folded up. But that is utility. That is prime utility. I did go to the gym the other day, and I do see a lot of people on live stream, right? They're live streaming being in the gym. They're saying what's up to the chat. They're having a nice conversation. They're getting a pretty sick pump. All right, in the distance, I know I'm yapping, but in the distance, I don't know if, the phone picks it up, but I do see rain in the distance. You can always see rain, come to you. So I'm looking at this rain all the way over there, and I see it slowly making its way over here. And it's arrived. Very nice. Just on cue. Now we have a lot of shrubbery here. All right, there's a bunch of shrubbery. We could take a little rest, even though the rest is not needed. We just started. But again, Florida is like an on and off switch. And whenever it feels like it, rain comes and goes. So right now, I don't know if the camera picks it up. My screen is absolutely drenched. All right. So wiping the screen also scares me just a little bit, because I go over the stop recording button. Oh, look at these guys. Man, it feels bad, but don't worry, guys. I'm right there with you. I gotta walk through this. Now I'm getting a real earthy smell out here. Let's go ahead and let's walk a little bit. Maybe I can give you guys a little guard, right? But we don't want these raindrops to touch the stop recording button, Because again, you guys, I don't want to make you guys cry, and I don't want to shed a tear myself. Basically, I could blend in with the plants. I'm a plant person. I'm green, the plants are green. We have a lot of common already. I don't know how effective this really is in protecting the camera, but we're still making it happen. We are still getting these steps in. Rain, shine, thunderstorm, tsunami. I don't know about the tsunami. I just do not know about that tsunami. But look, let me be honest with you. If there is a tsunami, I would easily just climb one of those trees over there. Absolutely easily. But here's the thing. You see these power lines? Now that's gonna be a pain in the butt. Because that essentially turns the water into a microwave. And I don't know about you guys, I just don't have it in me, not today at least, to get fried. No, thank you. Wow. It is kind of picking up out here. I really want to flip the camera so you guys can see me just get soaked, but duty calls. I have to protect the camera. I'm giving you not a bird's eye view, but a front view of where I'm going. You can see the rain. I don't know if the camera picks it up. And it looks like it's sunshine and all that stuff. It looks nice and everything. You look up, you know what I mean? Let's keep it moving. We got places to be, we got steps to take. And I'm not no punk. I'll be a punk for a little bit though. Oh man. My handle is wet. We have tons of water all over the screen. Now that might be scary, guys. I'm shaking. Because like I said, there's cracks here. Let's go ahead and troubleshoot a little bit before we keep pushing forward. We're giving this a wipe down every 5 seconds. And like that. Hopefully I don't spend majority of this video troubleshooting. Hopefully everything's good. Of course, look, the rain has stopped. Now, what if I'm walking and we get to a section where there's no trees around, there's nothing I can get under? Well, guess what? I'm just probably gonna have to eat that. It starts raining again. You can't really see it, but it's very light. Very, very light. This is the test. This is day 4, ladies and gentlemen. Day 4 is already off to a rocky start. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop, turn around, and go home. Negative, negative, negative. We don't do that out here. We make sure to keep pushing forward. You do that in everything you do in life. You keep pushing forward, even when things are uncomfortable. Oh, shit. But if anybody's doing these walks, have you tried going on a run? You want to know why? Because you're actively upgrading your aerobic system. So you're actively becoming better at using oxygen in your body, using the carbs, using the fats in your body. So have you tried to go on, do a little run? There should be improvements. If you're getting your 8 hours of sleep, getting good enough recovery, you should be seeing overall improvements in your day-to-day. Maybe a little bit of soreness if you're somebody that hasn't really been walking to begin with, and this is like you trying to change, which all for it. But for those of you that are pretty active, that are mobile, that are playing sports, if you are one of the 5 people watching my videos, Are you guys seeing a difference in your performance? Are you guys seeing a difference in your recovery? Honestly, guys, I can tell you that when I work out, I get home, I get the right nutrition, I go to sleep, I hit the upgrade button, because that's essentially what happens. When you go, you work out, you break as many muscles down as you can, you go home, it's like imagine shutting down your computer, and overnight your computer hits you with like 10 updates. You wake up to it and you click X, and you go right back on Google Chrome or Safari or whatever search engine you choose. Well, look, those upgrades are automatically applied to you every single day. All right, but here's the thing: if your recovery is trash, then you might get a couple glitches in the system. You just might get a couple bugs, in the hardware and the software. So make sure you're properly eating correctly, get some carbs, if you're not trying to lose weight. If your goal while you're watching this to lose weight, then look, there's a bunny. Hello. Hello? Hello. Honestly, that's probably the closest I ever got to a bunny here. They usually scurry off a lot, further. But I don't know if you guys remember the day 2 squirrels. Those day 2 squirrels were crazy. They were getting up close and personal. I told them no pictures. No pictures, please. Paparazzi, you're gonna have to bouncy. All right, now we're looking good. Let's look at the sky real quick. Look at that, guys. That's those Toy Story clouds. And then over here, so the rain is starting to get behind us, which is a great sign. I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm not sponsored. I don't think McDonald's will ever sponsor any type of athlete. I don't think so. Probably they could. They'd probably sponsor Tony Hawk. I don't know why. The McOllie. Serving up some of those. I don't know, guys. Sometimes I'm seeing ants the size of a country. There's some really big ants. When the rain comes, the ants come out. So we gotta be a little wary. This is October, I think, 3rd. Is it October 3rd? I think so. So, there's a 90-day lock-in. I don't know who's participating. All right, I made a little video or a little post, and it basically has the instructions of the 90-day lock-in. You come in as you are, you come out a completely different person. 90 days is all you really need to completely transform the trajectory of where you're going, who you're becoming. All right, locking in is tracking your food, is staying disciplined with your workouts, is staying disciplined with things like this walk, building really good habits in these 90 days. That's something you want to do all year round, obviously. But there is the movement. It's the winter arc. That's what they like to call it. That's what the youth likes to call it. All right, are you in? Are you locking in? Are you becoming somebody else completely different? Are these 90 days going to be your 90 days? That's a question I ask you guys. I just want to be able to point you guys in the right direction. We're kind of doing this together. For those of you that's already started this 7-day, 20,000 steps, look, we're building a really good habit in the first 7 days. And this is the great lock-in. You know what I mean? I'm trying to point you guys in the right direction. Because then, later on, I want you guys to be like, man, my man Justin, he got me right. And then what I gotta say to that is yo, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for. It's really what I'm here for. Sort of a guide, bro. I'm the coach that you never asked for. I always say in all of my vlogs, I've always wanted to be a coach. So if I could start being a coach here, that's good enough for me. How many of you guys can I get inspired to move? That's the question of the day. How many of you guys? Man, I'll be so stoked if it's a lot. But then again, I also gotta be real. So the 5 of you that show up every time to watch my videos is because of you. I'm staying solid for you guys. I can't let down the 5. How? You know, what type of coach would be that person? I can't let down the 5. If I got a starting 5 basketball team, I'm showing up. You know what I'm saying? Every single day. Even if I had the starting 1 basketball team, and that 1 is a bench player, I'm still showing up in his corner. You know what I mean? Let's get this work. Let's get this work. Let's get outside. Let's get active. Let's keep it pushing. It is you and some steps. You know what I mean? That can unlock the next level of your life. Who knows what you're gonna look like or where you're gonna become? You know what I'm saying? This is just a 7-day challenge. You're already gonna see significant change. Appearance-wise, confidence-wise, mentality-wise. Discipline's gonna be looking sharper than a knife. I'm telling you. You're getting the whole package here. All right? We're doing this together. If you're getting rained on and you're still pushing through, that earns you more minutes in the actual game. You gotta keep pushing, all right? If you're 40, 50, 60, I don't know the age demographic of the viewers, but look, age does not matter. It's your spirit of determination. Let's go ahead and say that correctly. Spirit of determination. It's all within us. It's all within you. So let's keep it pushing. Use that spirit, you know what I'm saying? You could be tired, bro. You could be tired. You know, you could also not be feeling the best. Right? I understand that. And I'm here for you. I'm here to sympathize, to empathize with you. I feel you. Some days might be so damn hard that you don't even know if you want to wake up out of bed. You don't even know if it's worth going up to brush your teeth and start your day. You don't really know. Been there, done that. Let me tell you, the answer is never to sit in and stay and be in your feelings, especially if you're going through a hard time and you need the change. Because look, let me tell you, some of you already know that you need the change. You know what I mean? So little bits of effort like this, coming out and taking a walk, you know what I mean? And listening to me yap. Well, you don't have to listen to me yap. You can easily just put on some music. But doing this is just the little edge that you need to become a better person, or develop into a monster, or to go ahead and get some therapy. What do we talk about the past 3-4 days? Everybody needs therapy. You know what I mean? So if you can get your mind right, imagine what you could do with the rest of your body, because your mind is already thinking right. Whoopsie. We're looking good because like the clouds are moving away. We're getting some sun. Actually, the sun's actually back there. So I don't know when the sun's gonna come out and play. Yesterday the sun was beaming. I was getting vitamin D in boatloads. Hopefully wherever you're at, you're getting some good sun exposure, and if you're not, at least you're avoiding the heat. Or if you live in a place that's humid, you know what I'm saying? Florida's pretty humid. We're still pushing. Because it doesn't matter what the environment looks like. It matters that we still get up and we still push every single day. It does not matter. So, even after the 7 days, use what we're learning here and start building habits. It doesn't even matter. Start with 7 days. 7 days is easy, it's manageable. Maybe you don't want to do 20K steps. Maybe you want to do 10K. Maybe you want to do 5K. Do 5K for 7 days. You know, we got to start building habits somehow. Put a little time frame right? Accomplish what you set, earn that small victory, and you'll be so surprised that these victories stack. Then you constantly continue to develop, right? Your entire life, you kind of want to be in this phase of always developing, always learning. Because there was something my teacher said. She said, life gets pretty dull when you're not able to learn anymore. Now just imagine that. That kind of sounds scary. Scary. And some people, me, I could go ahead and tell you, came out of high school, I didn't really want to do college. So I had to figure something out. So I ended up going into this slump where I didn't do anything. That's where I was like really struggling in life. Meaningless, not having like purpose. Like, that's a huge thing. All right, so keep learning, right? Because it's only going to benefit you. With continuous learning, you're able to craft a better life. Oh shit. I'm going to go ahead and pass right now while it's safe to do so. We got 30 seconds. Oh yeah, a little bit of a rainbow coming out today too. And if you look to the front, you can barely see it. I know it's going to be hard. But there's a little bit of a rainbow. And I don't know about you guys, but I've always wanted to see if there's a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. Because look, if there is a pot of gold, I'm not giving it back to the leprechaun. I don't care. Finders, keepers. Why'd you leave it there in the first place? Unless he's gonna turn me into like a mushroom for being so greedy. No, thank you. No, sorry, Bob. I don't want to be a mushroom today. You know, where we are walking to, I have this endpoint in mind, and it's a dock. That's pretty exciting. A dock. Now, I know it doesn't sound exciting to a lot of people, but docks are cool. I usually like to go to a lake. I call a lake a reflection. You look down into the water, you see yourself. So do you see yourself in a version that was better than the last time you looked into your reflection in the water? Do you? Be honest. You know, if I could always go to a lake and see a better version than the last time I saw myself in a reflection, and I'm not talking about mirrors. When you're looking at the reflection in a lake, there's something mystical about it. There is just something mystical about it. Yeah, so do you see yourself in that lake? Do you see yourself as a better version? Like, be real, right? Find a lake, whatever lake that you like, look into the water. And sometimes you gotta feel the moment, so feel it, you know what I'm saying? It's not corny, bro. I promise you, if you find things corny, you know what I'm saying? It's just that glow of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be too much of a realist. Like, it's okay to be a realist. Like, you also want to be like, you want to have like your emotional, magical moments, bro. Because like the older you get, all right, you can control how you feel. You know what I'm saying? You can control what your attention is on. You can control everything quite literally in your world. So if you're a person that likes the magic aspect of life, keep it within you. You know what I mean? Don't grow up to the point that magical moments don't feel so magical because your age tells you that, like, oh, that's not right. It doesn't feel like that. It feels like I can't enjoy the moment because I got to go back and work. So that's the thing. You got to start enjoying things at the very present moment and not think about things that are not affecting you at that point in time. There's a lot of people, including myself, I've done this too many times, where I think about something and that something bothers me, right? It bothers me to the point where I could be at a carnival having the time of my life, eating a funnel cake. And then all of a sudden, I don't want to eat the funnel cake no more. All of a sudden, I'm thinking about, man, I got homework due on Monday. And it's Friday right now. Well, that homework is 95% of my grade for the year. And if I don't get that homework done, I'm going to fail the class. So now all of a sudden, I stop eating my funnel cake. I throw it away and I tell everybody, like, hey, I got to go home. Obviously, I used to be a little nerd in school, and I would have things that would bother me like that. And then I got over that real quickly after I left the IB program. All right, it was just a program that was really hard. I didn't really like it. It was swamp with homework every night. I left that as quick as possible. But that example doesn't really apply to everybody. Let me think of another example. Let's say rent is due in 16 days. You're at the beach. 16 days from now, you got rent. You have the funds, but you don't know if you should be spending a little bit more than you should be. You should just be not thinking about spending money. You should be, I honestly suck at giving examples like this because I can't really relate. Let's go ahead and start all over again because that was such a bad example. And this is all raw footage, so I'm all about giving you just one take. But man, this is gonna require a second take. Let me think for a little bit because my creative side kind of sucks right now. I don't know why. But let me not focus on that. Let me just give you real talk. Try not to always live in the future. Try and live in the moment as often as you can. If you don't live in the moment, then the moment passes. And then when the moment passes, you age. And then when you age, sometimes regret likes to set in. It's like, oh man, I really wish I would have let loose. Oh man, I really wish I would have went to that, that concert. Oh man, I really should have. Yeah, those really should have moments, or I could have been moments, is basically what I'm trying to get to you guys. There's a whole bunch of moments like that. I'm debating if I should go cross over. There's like a bajillion cars coming, so I think I'll just walk safely over at the crossway. But don't be too swept up worrying about things that you can't control in the now. Right? I've had too many times where I've been to social settings and worried about so many factors within about how people would perceive me that ends up ruining the rest of the night for me because I can't let go of the fact that a feeling made me feel discomfort while I was at a place that I should be enjoying, that I should be having fun. See, discomfort is kind of one of those things that you have to live in order to be okay with. So what are we doing right now? Some people may find this walk discomforting. Some people might find it challenging. But the thing is in order to grow, you need to be in a state of discomfort because that's where change can happen, right? This might be uncomfortable for a lot of people, especially if your goal is to lose weight, and walking these amount of steps is pretty taxing on the body, on the knees, on the joints. But the thing about it is, how else are you supposed to slim down? How else are you supposed to get closer to the person you're trying to be? You have to put yourself in discomfort. You can't just turn into that supermodel. You can't just turn into that figure that you're trying to achieve. You can't just do it by wishing and praying, even though praying can give you hope and strength. You can draw upon energy and power from the one man above, you know what I mean? But there's also an aspect where you have to put in the work, and the work is discomforting to some people. The thing about it is if you can fall in love with this discomfort, it's inevitable for you to change at a more efficient rate to become the person that you want to be. Now that's huge. It's absolutely bonkers to me, if you ask me at least. We are gonna go ahead and cross here. Let's see if I remember my train of thought. But it looks like it's gonna rain even more. That looks like a lot of rain clouds. Today might be a challenging one too. It might be a really challenging day to get these steps in, but we're gonna persevere. We're gonna deal with the discomfort. We're gonna live in the discomfort. And that's the best thing about this. Is because no matter what, we're still gonna get these steps in. You guys are gonna get these steps in. We're gonna do this shit together. No more being afraid. Go out, put yourself in discomfort, and go grow. Because who knows what you're actually destined to become. I have no idea. Your potential is limitless. That's the beauty of this. And the steps are just a fragment of what you have to do. It's just a fragment. I'm excited. I'm excited for you guys, the 5 of you guys that are watching, to tell me and to show me what you're able to accomplish. You never know. You might just write me up a little. Oh man, I've been able to push a little bit harder at work. I've been able to support my family a little bit. I've been able to be present more, with my family. Or I've been able to recover a lot better. Or you could be training for a marathon or something, and hey, just walking alone helped me get an extra mile or 2 and then bring down your pace. Like, it's limitless what just walking is going to help you do. That's the thing. This use case is so vast. You know what I'm saying? There's millions of people that are way smarter than I am, way more disciplined, all that stuff. This is my way of catching up. All right. So if anybody feels like they had to play catch up, get your steps in. Because I'm actually not competing with anybody. I'm just competing with myself. So can I do this? Can I hold this same level of consistency? Can I take you guys with me? Can I make you guys consistent as well? Can I help you guys build habits? Now there's a lot of things that I gotta see if I could do it. And steps are so minuscule in the whole process. Steps are so minuscule in the whole process. In the grand scheme of things, this is just a gear that I need to turn in order for the bigger gears to turn. You know what I mean? And sometimes, I'll be completely honest with you guys, sometimes it feels aimless. It feels like I'm not really heading in the correct direction. But I believe that the universe is going to point me in the right direction. It's going to give me everything that I've worked for. So, in order for the universe to do that, I need to give the universe something in return. Let that be all these steps. Let that be this positive energy I'm trying to give everybody else. Let that be in a way that I could just change people's lives. Because I know the universe wants it to work. So here I am. I'm putting in some work. I'm calling it out too. I'm calling the universe out. Hey, I'm putting in the work. What's up? So there's plenty of days where the universe has just left me on R. And I get you. And that's cool. I leave me on R too sometimes. JK. Please don't do that, universe. But you gotta put stuff out. Your output gotta be consistent. And then naturally, things will go good for you. I can't tell you that they'll go your way. I can't tell you that my life will be spectacular just because I'm doing this. No. I feel good because I'm doing it, and I feel like this is the right thing to do. I feel like I'm actually contributing to building something that I can't really comprehend right now. And I hope that everything that we're doing together builds something that you can't even comprehend until it happens for you. And I hope it's even more beautiful than what's going to be in front of me. I honestly wish the best and better for you, because I want you to succeed. The coach vibe within me is all about you guys. It really is. I want you to succeed. I want you to be stronger. I want you to have a higher aerobic base. I want you to tell me all the stories of you succeeding in a lot of other things other than just walking. You know, this is just a fragment. This is just a fragment. Let's keep it going, right? You probably have a lot of unanswered questions. You probably don't have the direction or the idea of where you want to go in life. But one thing's for sure. However aimless this world may be, however much non-understanding of that we have collectively and shared at this moment of who we are, what our purpose is, and where we're going, one thing's for sure is that no matter what, we're getting healthier with every step. We're getting in shape with every step. We're looking better with every step. We're feeling good with every step, and we're doing it together. You're not alone. You're not alone in feeling the way you're feeling. Right? I'm just like you. I'm not anything special. I'm really not. But who's gonna carry the boats? Who's gonna carry the boats? Who is gonna carry it when the time comes? We're gonna be strong enough to carry the boats when the time comes. Right? Anybody, if one of my viewers are from India, I hope your world over there is amazing. And I hope you're becoming strong. And I hope you're doing these steps. And I hope the way that you're living improves. You know what I mean? Because you're putting in the effort. If you're from China, if you're from Japan, if you're from Norway, New Zealand, Europe, South America, anybody that's actually out there watching me and working with me, and we're doing this together. Wherever you are in the world, friend, I hope one day we cross paths. I hope one day you tell me how strong you become. And I hope you get to where you want to be. So if I had like a drink right here, I'd cheers it to you. Cheers to your future. Bah! Cheers to your success. All right. So with that being said, let's continue putting in this work. This is what I'm looking at, buddy. We're still pushing. We got work to do. We have work to do. We'll put in all this work. Sometimes it feels like we're not getting anything out of it. But we are. You know, and you have to let some time pass. You know, you have to let the discipline settle in. You know, the feelings won't always be there, right? The feelings to rise and be great and to do something that makes you feel discomfort or makes you feel anything at all. Without the feeling, imagine this. Feelings are always going to change, but discipline is always there to stay. All right, so do it even though you're not feeling good. Do it if you're feeling happy. Do it if you're feeling sad. Do it nonetheless. Because there are days I step out and I don't want to go. And I don't want to step out. I'd rather stay in the house. I'd rather stay on the bed. I'd rather just not do anything. I'd rather just give up for that day and let that day pass. There are days that I feel like that. And those are the days that you have to tell yourself that I gotta get up. What am I doing? I gotta stop letting my feelings dictate what I do. Let your discipline speak for you. Continue to go. Continue to get stronger. Because there is always something to do every single day. You could take a day off. But how many of those have you realistically gave yourself and been mad at yourself for? How many of those rest days that you gave yourself that you actually needed? Work for the rest days. If you are so broken down and shredded and you can't walk, you can't move, you can't talk, all right then. I'll let it slide. Go ahead, have your rest day. But if you're good, if you're healthy, if you're able, if you're willing, if there is nothing stopping you, if you have nothing planned for the day, then you could spend some time giving yourself that love, that care. Because look, we give other people our love, our attention, feelings that they probably think, why are they giving it to me? You know what I'm saying? And then some people won't be appreciative of, the energy and the time that you're giving them. Because if you give that in abundance, people often take it for granted. Now that's just what happens when you're like in love with someone. Obviously, there'll be a phase where there'll definitely be a phase where you give the person your all. It's obviously the honeymoon phase, right? And it usually lasts 3-4 months. And then after that, things start to dwindle. Because instead of spreading it out over time, instead of having that delayed gratification, it became so predictable. It became the normal. To where the normal, to some people, gets boring. Some people are all right with it, but to a lot of people, if you want to be attracting, you have to be unpredictable. You have to be loving. You have to be kind. You have to be unpredictable. Comfort kills attraction. So, if there is that someone that you love out there, and I know I should probably be the last person giving advice, but if there is that somebody, because look, being honest with you guys, there is definitely somebody out there that I can tell you wholeheartedly I really fell for. And maybe this is just the universe's way of telling me you need to change, you need to become stronger. Because to have what you want, to give the love that you want with the consistency, and to still be yourself, unpredictable, and have your path, I believe distance makes the heart grow fonder. Now, maybe I'll never cross paths with that person ever again. But what I've built and what I am currently building will make me even happier knowing that I took the time out of my life to go and build what I'll have in the future. Even though I won't have the butterfly that was once there, I'll still have the pond, right? And yeah, it'll attract other butterflies and all that, but I believe one day I'll be back because that's just something I want. And me and the universe has had conversations plenty of times, and I tell the universe sometimes to give me glimpses of what I think I deserve. And to be honest with you, I wholeheartedly believe that the work that I'm putting in, though I may not have the chance to be with that one person, I will be with myself. I will be with the best version of myself. And I think I can wholeheartedly say and tell you guys that I can't wait to meet him. That version of me, I'm running for him. I'm walking for him. I'm walking for him. I know he'll be able to attract whatever he wants, But I want to be better, for the future. I want to be better for the future me. So he doesn't have a harder life. So he's strong enough to deal with everything this world throws at him. He's strong enough to protect everything in his life that he loves, that he cares about. That's why I'm doing this. I care about my family. I gotta get so strong. I got so much catching up to do. I got so much strength to find. The right one will walk in. Honestly, the right one is him. It's me. That's a crazy thing. That's a crazy thing. So all this love, all these steps are honestly the true self-love and the self-care that I think I've been dying for. And maybe you guys might be in the same boat, where you love somebody else and you forgot to love yourself. So take a moment to evaluate where you are in life. Are you happy with yourself? Are you feeling good about yourself? Do you think you love yourself enough? All right, ask yourself those questions. Once you have those questions answered, you start moving differently. You start doing things because for me, it was honestly for her. And now, as I continue to progress, as I continue to talk to you guys, as I continue to reflect, I realize that it's all for me. That she was just a stepping stone. The loves, multiple loves in my life, were just stepping stones. Because all the love that I gave out ended up in destruction, ended up in heartbreak, ended up in promises not being met. How could I mistreat myself and other people? How could I continue to do that? Some people get into one relationship, go to another relationship, not realizing that they have to fix a relationship with themselves. Now here's the thing, I think I fell in love with the process of taking care of myself now, right? I believe once you're able to take care of yourself, love yourself, create this higher quality being of the version you are now, is the most important love of your life, besides your parents, and then your religion and all that, and your family. Because without you, without loving yourself, how would you be able to move about? How would you be able to take care of yourself? How would you be able to live a long, loving life? You know, there's a lot of things that come with taking care of yourself. Some people do it really, really well. The person that I'm talking about definitely took care of herself. It inspired me to do a lot more for myself. So we may never cross paths again, and that's absolutely okay. But thank you for guiding me to the direction I need to be going. This self-love, this self-care that I'm giving myself, and that I'm teaching to other people, it really stems from, just the valuable lesson of letting love go. When you let love go, if it comes back, I don't know. I don't have that answer. But I just had to let it go. And I think you should too. Let your version of love go. Let your version of love for that person that you love so much and couldn't quite get things to work out and pan out the way that you're envisioning, let it go. Let go of the version that is filled with hurt, pain, torment, a whole bunch of problems. Let it all go. Let go of everything that you can't control no more. When you do that, I think you start to move with purpose. That's why I really pick up this camera. Because this is more than just a walk. This is more of a checkpoint in your life where you should be reflecting everything that happens in your life. You should be making better decisions that'll benefit you moving forward. Love teaches you a lot. But when you let go of love and you redirect that love to yourself, I can't really tell you too much because I'm in the process. I'm right here in front of the camera being the most vulnerable I think I've ever been. It doesn't feel like I have to cry, but I know I'm being super vulnerable with this camera right now. And it feels like I'm having a good conversation with one of my good friends. But let go of that version that craves the love so badly. Redirect the love that you crave so badly and give yourself that love that you want so badly. Give yourself that love. And whatever you attract is destined for you after that. I believe so much good in just taking care of your own soul, your own mind, your own well-being. And that'll give you the strength to take care of everything that is important in your life. So with that, on that note, I believe you guys just heard a reflection from me about my own personal life. And I think I will watch this, but this is extremely raw. I think I had to just live it. I think I had to just continue living my word. With these steps, with you guys following along, I hope, like I said, out of the 5 viewers that I get, I hope one of you listen and let go of that old broken version of love, redirect it to yourself, and give yourself the world. As discomforting, as lonely, as very solitary as it may be, there's beauty in being by yourself. There's beauty in taking care of yourself. Like, yeah, it's nice to have another person, a significant other. It's really nice to have that. But are you really okay with giving that person your time and energy now with all these things that you have to work on and build within yourself? Like, are you okay with just giving them half-ass like you? Don't you want to give them the best possible version of yourself? Don't you want to be the best thing that's ever happened in their life? Don't you want to support them as if there's a meteor coming and you're the only person that can punch the meteor away from Earth? Like, don't you want to be that person? Don't you want to be that strong? Now, some people find their love early on, and I'm honestly pretty jealous. Some people stick through the growing phase with each other. Here's the thing. I think that there is at least a certain level of a certain threshold that you have to at least meet minimally in order to really effectively fall in love. Because is love a chemical? Is love science-based? Or is love a feeling? I have no idea, right? I'm not a love guru. There's probably a lot of people that could tell you better answers than I can. I'm not a love guru at all. I don't advocate myself as anyone like that. I'm just telling you just raw thoughts. And the people that are watching, you guys probably have your own version of love. The way you grow up, everything affects your perception of love. But one thing there is for sure is that there is love energy in this universe, right? So what if we just tell the universe, hey, no more giving out that broken love or that broken version of yourself. Hey, universe, help me make the best, most loving, most accepting, most empathetic, most warm, most kind, most joyful, most dependable version of yourself. What if you just ask the universe for that? Actively work towards becoming that version, living and walking the steps and all the hardships that it takes to become that person. If it's what you ask for, then I'm pretty sure the universe will give it to you. Just understand that it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be hard. It's going to be lonely, but you'll learn. You'll learn. You'll learn. Everybody has a different goal. Everybody has a different goal. So whatever you want, you can honestly get it. Everything that you put your mind to, you can get it. Everything you put your mind to, you can get it. That's crazy. I think that's beautiful too. And I think that should inspire you to get up out of your bed and to go hit these steps right now. Being real honest with you. If you are watching and you're just watching for the commentary, get your ass up. Come walk these steps. But if you're just enjoying the commentary, I appreciate you for tuning in. It really is a privilege to have you listening. And I hope you could take something away from today. But I'm actively going to continue to show you guys growth. I'm actively going to walk the talk. I am not here to just say this and not follow up with everything that I am saying. I believe within me I have the spirit of determination. I believe within all of you guys have the spirit of determination as well. Who knew this green shirt was going to bring this vibe today? I did not know. It makes me look at this shirt a completely different way. I'm not a traffic sign. I'm not a traffic cone. I'm not anything. I am me with this shirt on. But real talk. I get to bury this in this vlog. But I definitely hope that I am able to get what I seek in life. There is somebody I really love out there. There is definitely somebody I really love out there. There is 1,000,000% somebody I really love out there. And that I am so accepting of this person. I'm very accepting. Don't really care what that person does in relation with other people and stuff like that. I'm just not gonna care. You know, when you find somebody and you really, really can't describe why you like a person. You can't describe what the person makes you feel. You can't describe it. Now with this person in particular, I don't think I ever healed from my past that prepared me for this person to... I definitely can say it as the right person, the wrong time. And the circumstance that we met too was also like, I think this person has to also figure out what they're doing, and I had to figure out what I'm doing. And I think there was just more development that we both had to do. Yet my contributing down factors was my inability to manage my emotions. Now that's a huge one. Again, like if you've been on the other vlogs, and you know that a man is very, very dangerous when he can't control his emotions. And at some point, I remember she was done with all that, and I was like crying for her too. And I look back at it now, and it's like I deserve to feel the way that I made her feel. I absolutely deserve that. And I just didn't want to accept it at that point in time. So, on this path of developing for myself, I have to know that you just need to become better overall in everything. This is a message for me. I need to become better in every possible aspect. I have to respect. I have to be more emotionally disciplined. I need to be a rock. I need to be dependable. So I will become that person. I will become that person. I am working on my body. I really, really enjoy working on my body. Throughout this entire journey, I get fragments of learning how to control my mind a lot more. But here's the thing, you can't control your mind on a whim. You can't. Letting emotions get the best of you is just, it's controllable. You can't control everything. Again, it's just how you feel. We have to control how we react. Feelings do not justify actions. Feelings do not justify actions. That's for everybody out there to digest. Feelings do not justify actions. Right? And I say that, and I say that in a way where it's like, okay, if you love somebody, obviously the feeling to like want to care and love them, oh, of course, that's good. But like, if you're feeling something, right? Like if you feel like you should get mad or you should get angry or you should yell, it doesn't justify why you get mad, why you get angry, why you yell. There's always a better way to handle things. I think that's And that's the takeaway. There is a better way to handle everything, right? And it's just, I think you have to just come to your senses quickly. I think one of the things I also learned on these walks is you'll have a bunch of feelings, a bunch of thoughts come through your mind, right? You'll have a bunch of them, right? You'll think over 1 million times in a day, right? What's something that helped me is remembering this, is that feelings and thoughts come and go, right? Allow the thought and the feeling to come in, feel, observe it, but do not react if it's not favorable to you. Because these emotions are fleeting, right? Feel it, observe it, let it pass. So I'm gonna try and remember that mantra every single time. But as I grow, and as I continue to do these steps, I know I'm getting closer to that version of me that will always live, breathe. Like that's just textbook. That is the discipline I want to build. That is the discipline I really, really want to build. I just see it being so useful in everything that I do. Like even like just every day having conversations with people. Sometimes the person harbor feelings, whatever the circumstance of the past is. Learning to forgive and to forget. I don't really think we should be forgetting. I think we should forgive, but do not forget. You don't want the same problem happening twice from whatever circumstance like you went through with said person. Forgive though. Because I know religion, forgiveness is a huge thing. Even though I wouldn't say I'm the biggest religious person, forgiveness is just the best thing you can do for yourself. And that's the most important thing here. If you can forgive yourself, forgive anyone else, I believe that you can find a state of peace that everyone is so desperately trying to find. If you are looking for peace within yourself. Obviously, there are some people who live a completely different way, have different sets of moral standards. And some people are really awesome for living the way that they live. Some people are very strong, you know, and this goes back to the conversation I was having the other day, to understand other people's perspective. I'm excited for how long this life is. I hope that I am, you know, capable and strong enough to live as long as possible and gather all these perspectives, because I will bundle it up. I will package it, and I would honestly give it out to the world. Just like what I'm trying to do here with you guys. Coach you guys, talk to you guys, let you know that what you're feeling, I felt, your feelings are valid. Because let me tell you, the way you're feeling is always valid. The thing is my problem with me saying that is that I did a really poor job of making the other person feel like their feelings were valid. As a matter of fact, I could be guilty here, and I'll go ahead and say it, that I have told people, yeah, your feelings are validated and stuff like that. And really, I probably didn't mean it. I know I didn't mean it. And that I just wanted to get it on with. And that, these are qualities that I have to tell you guys, because I have to accept that I did that. I have to accept that I did it. And I have to let you know that I have done it. And I have to also let you know that I'm not proud of it. But I also want to let you know that I'm working on it. To be empathetic, to be more mindful of the emotions of other people is something that I need to continue to figure out. I can't tell you just because I mentioned it that I am good at the entire practice. No, I'm not. But it's just about being accountable to let you guys know that my flaws are out here vulnerable for you guys to sit here and judge me. I'm accepting of the criticism. I am accepting of what you guys will say to me, because I'm guilty as charged. Though I try my best now to hear what I'm saying and remember that these are the things that you need to constantly work on. That's why I walk these steps. I remember that I can control everything that I say, that I do, that I feel. And the promise that I tell to this camera and to my future self is that I know you're still going to continue to mess up. But try. No, I honestly don't believe you're going to continue to mess up. I think the way that I am progressing and developing, I know that you is me. I know that you will be able to be more mindful, be more caring, be more loving, be more present. I know that you will be able to do it. So I'm speaking to you, but I'm also speaking to myself as well. I know you have it within you to change, which is why you're actively doing what you're doing. And sometimes you need a reminder. So here's that reminder. That you're doing a good job. You are getting your steps in. You're being vocal. You're being vulnerable. You're not hiding anything. You're leaving it all out on the table. So I am proud of you. If you find somewhat of a similarity in my situation, I'm also speaking to you as well. So when I was speaking to you, the camera, I really meant I was speaking to me, but this pertains to you if you have also been guilty. So we can check each other. You know what I mean? We can absolutely check each other. And that's one thing, to be accountable, to know that you did certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because some people do things that they're not proud of and they tend to not take accountability for. Now that's the problem. Now if you want to grow, you've got to acknowledge those faults, right? Once you acknowledge them, then you can work on them. You absolutely can. I believe that you can change. I believe everyone can change, right? Bad habits can be broken. Replace them with good habits, right? Replace things with good habits, right? We're always gonna mess up. That's the thing. Everyone's gonna mess up, all right? But prioritize change in the right direction. Because I believe in you. I believe you can do it. I believe that's why you're sitting and watching and taking these steps. Whatever you want, I believe that you can change. I believe that you can change. If nobody has told it to you, I'm telling it to you. I'm absolutely telling it to you. I'm not a person that really watches the news or anything like that. I honestly I eat, I sleep, I wake up, I try and get 1% better a day. You know, I really have a loving family. You know, I'm so grateful for them. So I really am doing this for them too. To one day make sure my mom doesn't have to worry about working anymore. To give my dad the relief that, hey, I got everything, you know, down packed. I'm becoming that man. To my brothers, to let you guys know, thank you for the belief in me. To my sister, you're annoying. You're annoying as hell. But I have love for all of you guys, and you guys already know that. You guys absolutely already know that. And I know I could be absolutely rough around the edges, because look, the way I treat my family is the way I would treat my significant other. It's the reason why I treated my past significant others, the way that I treated them, was just a reflection of how I was treating my family. Now I'm gonna move with love, with care, with respect, with being present, with acknowledging, because maybe this walk has taught me something. Maybe this walk has taught me a lot, right? So acknowledgement is the first step, and then actively walking and taking those steps to make the change is gonna be a whole nother story. I wanna be a great person, right? I just didn't go to school and stuff like that to be like, to have a profession that, would be able to impact other people. I just don't have that drive. Maybe I do have this drive right here where I can sit and talk and be vulnerable and to let other people know that, nobody's perfect, but certainly we could work on that and we could become better people over time. I'm a firm believer of change, right? Sometimes you might feel that change might be too late. I don't think it's ever too late to change. I don't think it's ever too late to be a better person. I don't think it's ever too late to be one step closer to the person that you're really, truly meant to be. Again, this is something stemming for just walking. But in reality, I think we all really need to sit in and dial in, because we got strong parents. Those of you living with your parents, strong parents. We got strong people living by themselves. We got strong people out there, just everywhere, honestly. And everybody's fighting their own silent battle. I just hope that I'm here to help you guys fight your battle. Obviously, I can't fight the battle for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I would if I could. Absolutely. We'll be in there swinging haymakers at whatever demons you got. I'll be front line with the shield. The knight. I will be. But for now, this is the best I can do for now. And I believe that that'll change soon. I believe I'll be able to impact more people's lives. I hope one day I could help people that need to eat. Help people that need clean water. Help people that need somebody to just talk to. I want to be that person. I've never went to college for those things. But I want to. I want to change people. Because my heart has always told me, you want to be a coach. You want to be a person that starts change within people. I've always wanted. I want it so badly. But if I could take it a step further, give guidance, give love, give supplies, give resources, give anything that I can, I'm your guy. I'm your guy. I'll probably be wearing the same hat too. If requested, I'll be wearing the same exact hat. I'll look back at day 4, the 7-day challenge, because this is more than just steps. This is walking into your future. This is way more than just steps. I did not expect, again, I just left the house, drank some coffee, and I didn't really think anything of today's walk. I just thought, oh snap, I gotta get my steps in. I gotta put the camera on. I gotta make sure I do some talking. No, today is, again, it just starts to feel better. It just starts to click. Not every day feels like this. Not every day feels like today. Not every day felt like yesterday. And not every day felt like day 1, day 2. Like every day has its own feeling, has its own vibe. I can never ever tell you, because nothing is scripted. Everything just kind of flows naturally. That's just how kind of my spirit is, right? I just know that even without direction, because I didn't have any direction the second I stepped out the house, that things will be all right. You know what I mean? Everything will be all right. Just keep going. Keep going. I didn't believe I could talk this much today. I really honestly wasn't even thinking about anything too crazy today either. It really is just like I wake up, I step out, and I cannot predict what I'm going to talk about. Obviously, in the beginning, I talk about the things that are on the forefront of my mind, hence like talking about things that like I've just done right before. Like I always talk about ChatGPT because it's like me and ChatGPT. You know what I'm saying? My good friends are busy, bro. It's like, who do you have to talk to? You know what I'm saying? My parents are living their life, we're working. My sister's living her life, working. My brothers are out living their life, working. I'm just home. I'm just home. I'm just home thinking about the future. I'm just home thinking about what can I do to be 1% better today? What can I do to get one step closer to working on my physique? What can I do to make myself look better? What can I do? You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you'll just have days like that, where you're just trying to figure things out. That's how life is. You're constantly gonna have to figure things out. And since I didn't go to school, and since I decided to just pick up this camera and start talking, now I just feel like I have a sense of purpose. I feel like my purpose here is really to continue doing what I love to do. Coaching, to talk to you guys, to relate, to be a person. Because sometimes life might feel like robotic in a way. You might have a certain cycle of living, a certain way that you're like just going about life. You just might have a certain routine that kind of feels robotic. And I just want to let you know that it's not like that. Life is not meant to feel like that. Life is meant to feel a multitude of ways, but robotic, I don't believe that's the purpose of life, right? So if you're stuck in that phase, hear me out. I'm here to try and break you out of that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here fighting for you to break out of that. Like, I want you to do better. I want you to be stronger. I want you to be more capable. So if I have to make sure that you go and walk, guess what, guys? Go and walk. Do it with me. You're not doing it alone. Come and walk. I'm not doing it for show. I'm doing it because I'm actively preaching what I tell you guys. I want you guys to be better. I want you guys to have abundance in your life. I want the world for you guys. Thank you, 5 viewers, for tuning in. Thank you for watching my episodes too. Like, 5 views is, I don't care. That's amazing. That's amazing. This content's very long. But good looks for the 5 views. That shit is insane to me. 5 people took the time out of their day to go and watch my content. Now that could just be my family watching. I appreciate you guys watching it, because I do put in effort in this, but this is naturally who I am. But it's stuff that you guys just don't see at home. Like, outside with Nari, which is my best friend, is like, this is how I am, man. This is as raw, as uncut as it gets, man. I'm just a free-floating spirit that's trying to figure out life. And if you're my family watching this, man, maybe take my advice too, I know you guys are like, man, what the hell is this kid on about? But yo, I'm just saying, I'm just like you guys. I'm just like you guys. You guys, I know for a fact you guys are like just stressed, working, trying to balance life and everything. So this is your son talking. You know what I'm saying? This is your son talking that, hey, you're doing great. You're doing amazing. Feel free to come and hang out with me. Like, we could really chop it up. We could really talk about like some serious stuff. Because I know you guys are out there living your lives. I'm trying to live mine too. I'm trying to make something. Look at this. We're going. I think it might be time to open up the soda pop cherry. Alrighty. It's actually called Cosmic Cherry. It got a little fizzy. It's just a little fizzy. Look at that. Check that out. Let's go ahead and crack that open. Holy smokes. Now the smell here. Look at the moon. Man, that reminds me of a game called Earthbound. Even though I never played it, I've always seen little clips of people playing it. Such a cool looking game, pixelated game. It's about kids with superpowers. Kids. Ness, Lucas, a couple other people. So this one, Cosmic Cherry. Man, looking at the moon and then drinking something called Cosmic Cherry. Wow. I can tell you this one tastes far superior. Look, 7-Eleven. I told you guys I was going to give you guys a chance. If 7-Eleven is watching this, you guys outdone yourself with Cosmic Cherry. It's actually a way better flavor. Could not believe it. This is actually incredible. Now, is it like 10 out of 10 top of the line? It's incredible flavor. It's a good flavor. But that's just unique to me. Maybe other people don't like it. But for sure, I like this one. This one tastes great. This one for sure tastes great. Cannot believe it. Now, if you make flavors like this, wait. Let me try and describe it to you guys before I go on a tangent. Tastes like a red Jolly Rancher. And here's the thing, I really like Jolly Ranchers. So like it works in your favor. It absolutely works in your favor. Whoa, schnizzle. Ooh, is this gonna turn? I'm actively looking at the red. Just so I don't get hit by a car. I kind of choose the worst time to cross. Now look, with the 2 cups of coffee earlier, with the Rise blend, and then we're topping it off with the Fusion Select Cosmic Cherry. We're talking about an added on top of the 160 plus, I mean, I don't know how many in an 8-ounce cup. I think it's like 80 milligrams of caffeine. I mean, I do put a lot of coffee inside the coffee maker. I don't know if that like enhances the milligram or is it still gonna be the same thing. I just don't know. But I know that like coffee has like different like strengths. I have a friend named Rome that he could probably tell me a lot more about that. Also, that kid's pretty cool. He knows his stuff when it comes to coffee. I'm talking about he can get down to the wire with the notes. You know what I'm saying? Like the flavor, right? He makes coffee himself. He's a real fanatic about coffee, man. Let me tell you. It's I don't really meet too many people like Rome. He definitely has a really cool thing on his hands, and if he ever watches this, bro, I've always thought your coffee chain, your the work that you do, like I always thought it was fantastic. Because like me being a coffee person more and more, like I'm starting to realize like the necessity, like wow, and then when you turn it into an art, bro, that's something else, bro. That takes true passion. Like I like walking, but can I turn walking into an art? I don't know. You guys tell me. Is this an art, man? Is this an art? Is this green shirt art? You guys tell me. Okay, I gotta look. But yeah, like sometimes the feeling of seasons, like you don't feel it, right? I was watching a gym influencer that I like. He's like jacked off pills or something like that. I forgot his name. He's a guy that dresses up, puts makeup that makes him look like the Joker, but he's really like jacked, right? He was talking about how, you know, seasons don't really feel like seasons like the older he got, right? So we're in October right now, right? And I think I might be resonating a little bit with him, but it doesn't feel like October. Today just felt like a day where I had to wake up and go do my walk and talk. You know, I didn't really feel like, you know, spooky, scary skeleton. It didn't really feel like that. It just felt like, I don't know, just another day, right? And I hope that changes, you know, because like, look, if I had the money, then obviously I'd go and make it, you know, spooky. I'd go and like do everything I can to make other people feel that, yo, it's October. You know what I'm saying? I do have some Halloween socks. So I did give my best friend, Nari, some Halloween socks. I gave him Halloween 2 exclusive Halloween socks. They just were orange, had a scary pumpkin on it, and I gave him Michael Myers socks. Like, and he told me he wore it. I actually did see him wear it to work. So, you know, hopefully that made him feel, because he's 1 year younger than me, but like, you know, I do what I can to make him feel like, yo, it's October, man. Like, yeah, I won't touch the pumpkin pie, not yet, at least. You know, maybe, you know, I'll ask my mom for some pumpkin pie, and I'll cut him up a slice. And the next time we hang out, I'm gonna give him a slice of pumpkin pie. He might get a real good crack out of that. But he is diabetic, so I don't know if he can actually eat it, because it might cook him. So I'll have to make a workaround. Maybe get him a pumpkin. Thinking about pumpkins, I gave a certain someone a pumpkin as a gift one time last year. Not trying to say anything, I'm not trying to throw you guys in that mood, but you know, I still think about what could have been. But to be real with you, I'm gonna become the man that I need to become, so I can worry about what will be. You know what I'm saying, guys? I hope you guys resonate with me on that one. Let's work on what will be instead of what could have been. We have that power. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully through me, it amplifies to you. You know, there are some of you that could be watching that are much more powerful than me. And I hope I can put you in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? To start creating moments for others and people like that, you know, people you love. I really wanted to say something there, but the person that passed me looked like they didn't want to even stare or make any type of eye contact, which is understandable. I did want to say hello, but I didn't. So you guys are also watching me develop when it comes to saying hi and acknowledging people. And I guess I failed you guys right there, so I apologize. I will be better. I promise you guys that. You know, what I also like notice is that when I do have this camera and I'm talking, that you tend to get a lot of looks, right? I don't really stare, but I do take a quick glance. How does that make me feel? Honestly, I feel pretty okay because I'm able to still hold this camera and still walk and talk to you guys. Maybe it just might be that like in close proximity when people walk next to me that I might get like a little like shy or whatnot. But come on, guys. Who else doesn't get shy? You know what I mean? I told you guys I've been keeping up the pace. And the 7-Eleven Select Cosmic Cherry, well, let me tell you, flavor-wise, I've had a whole bunch of things that like are zero sugar, because look, this is zero sugar, 0 calories, that's what that means. It has acesulfate potassium and sucralose. Remember, we had that conversation yesterday. Super powerful, 0 calories, makes things taste sweet, and extremely tiny dose, right? I've had a ton of 0 calorie like drinks. This one for sure is top 5, all right? This one for sure is top 5. Now that's crazy for it being 7-Eleven, all right? That is absolutely crazy for it being 7-Eleven. So I gotta take a second to look at it and actually like enjoy it. That's actually really surprising, guys. The Great Lock-In Salon. Interesting. See, I used to come here a lot on my bike. There's like a Miller's Ale House over here. And man, I remember, and I'm over here talking like I'm really old. I'm only 25, right? But I can tell within my teenage years from 18 to 23, I was very active. I was very outside every single day type of like active. Always like with friends, always doing something, never really at home, always making my parents worried. But mom, dad, if you guys are watching, family members, I'm telling you, I was a good kid. I wasn't doing anything crazy. I was just spending my youth living. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I know you guys just wanted me to come home. But sometimes I would be at Miller's Ale House having a good time with the guys. Riding my bike late night with some guys. We would just go all over the place. Sometimes we wouldn't come back home until like 4 or 5 a.m. And my mom would always ask me where I'm at, where I've been. I somehow always got around that question, because if I did tell them, they would just tell me I'm crazy. Man, I just remember biking all of this. Here's the Miller. No, that's not Miller's. Miller's is over there. Biking over there. Having like $10 cash on me because I asked my parents, can I have some money? Some things never change. I did work, actually. No, I did work back then. So I did have my own cash. Oh man, dude, the thing about it is I worked at Blaze Pizza. I got in some trouble over there, let me tell you. Started talking to this girl. Her name was Jocelyn. If you're watching, Jocelyn, I don't know how you were talking to me when my hair was like looking like that. You must have really found me interesting, because let me tell you, I did not like the way my hair was looking. I was looking like a lion. My hair was the most nappy it's ever been during that time I was talking to you. So thank you for those good moments though. We did go out here to eat Miller's Ale House. I remember that. If you ever watch this, cheers to you. I hope you're living a good life. There was no bad blood between both of us. It was actually probably the most normal talking stage I've ever had, because it didn't really push past anything else. It was just really cool to hang out with you, Nicole, and that one other dude, Jorge. That was really fun. Good vibes with you guys. You guys were awesome. Thank you for being very positive. That's about it. I don't really have anything else to say. I worked at Blaze Pizza in Disney Springs. Yeah, that was fun. I basically put on the toppings. I made the what's it called? The dough, pressed it, made some really nice pizzas over there. The only thing about it is nothing really. It was actually not a bad job. I think I got into Amazon not too shortly after. But if there was a job that I didn't really complain about, it was that job. That job was actually pretty awesome. The thing about it is that when I was working at Blaze Pizza, I was using my dad's car at that time. And I did not know, but he did have access to like the family iCloud. So one day I did tell my dad, and he knows this, because he was very angry at me. I'm glad you took that. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't kill me for that, Dad. But I did tell him that I was going to work a double that day, but in reality I went to go hang out with Jocelyn. And we went to the movies, we went to go eat together. And yeah, my dad did not like that. So I am sorry for that, but man, that was my teenage years. And Jocelyn told me, hey, I'm off today. I told her I was off today too. I actually was. I told my dad I was actually gonna go work a double so I can get the car. But in reality, I picked her up and we went to go have a grand time. There are just some things in life that you do and you look back and you don't have no regrets. But I am sorry, Dad. I love you. But you already know what happened, because somehow we took a lot of pictures. She was on my lap while we were driving, and I had the iCloud sharing, and the photos just went straight to him. So my dad waited for me when I got home, and you know when you get home late and your parents are waiting for you, you know you're cooked. You're cooked, guys. You're absolutely cooked. When I worked there, I did get like half off pizzas though, so I was like a super plus. Honestly, where are we on this walk right now? So, I'm gonna make today as a part 1 and part 2, so you're gonna get a 2-part release today. Because when I get to where I'm going, there's like a lake that I'm gonna go chill by, have a good time there. There's a basketball court, so I'm gonna probably watch people play basketball. Look, I'd be playing basketball. Said I had brought my basketball shoes. You know what I'm saying? I would have, but let me tell you guys. Let me tell you. I probably will still play with these, if I'm being completely honest. So, look, the thing about these shoes is that there's a hole right there. It's ripped. It's barely any grip. I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about. That had grip. Just not as much as you would need playing basketball. Who knows? Because I do say a lot, man, that I'm not going to go and play. I end up going, I end up playing. That's just the thing about me, man. It's like, when the hoop session is just right in front of you, and even though I don't have the proper shoes, like, I'm still probably going to want to go and play. That's just me. Right? Will I be playing at the level that I want to? See, that's the thing, because I'm such a competitive person that, like, I want to play at that, like, higher level. Well, what am I talking about? Higher level is just me playing at the neighborhood basketball court. So it's not like I'm going to the G League or anything like that. But I'm going to try and put up some buckets. You know what I mean? Just 1 or 2 buckets, good buckets. Now, if I can do that, if we're playing an 11-point game, those 2 buckets, it's like what? 17% of the team's score? Come on, guys. Let's lock in. I don't care, because look, I'm not the guy that goes around scoring all the buckets, but I can be, said I had the right equipment. If the mismatch is pretty good, because sometimes, here's the thing, I used to be a little bit heavier. I used to be like 185, 190, so it would let me play my position a lot better. I like to play the center, you know what I'm saying? Or I like to play the small forward. I like to dribble in and, you know, take my hop steps, my euros, and try and get in. You know, use my body to basically muscle in, use my first step. So if I have days where I just have the liberty to go and do that, I will. But I mean, it also depends, bro, because I weighed myself yesterday, 164, right? I started this whole walking thing at 175, right? So I'm about 11 pounds, and I was 164 off for eating food, drinking a lot of water, hitting the gym. So I'm closer to like 163, I believe, a pound less. So I'm about 12 pounds down from what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? At my lowest, I was like 159 because I decided to hit a fat refeed and get my body right after cutting down all that weight. I'm telling you, walking in a major deficit, that was one hell of a journey, guys. But I did not want to be dieting for fucking months. I did not want to do that. I want to get there and just be A-okay. Here's the thing though, if I don't double upload, it's because I hit the 20K steps. I'm noticing the time is 2 hours right now. So we should be closing in on those 20K steps. I've been walking pretty damn fast. And you know what the crazy thing is, guys, is I just popped this. Alrighty, guys, I am walking through a lake real quick. Hold up. I was just kind of walking and yapping that I didn't even notice that this was here. But yeah, for 2 hours, I'm kind of shocked. I'm kind of shocked, guys. I have been kicking up the pace, but it shouldn't be. If there is a part 2, I know the part 2 will probably be like, I don't know, because I did not go to the park that I usually go to. I'm actually walking to Eagle Park, which is just a little bit further. Alright? Because I would have already been at the other park.
Wait. Across the town center.
I would have already been at the other park and would have already started turning around.
Wait.
I guess the conversation got so good that
Wait.
I wanted to drag this walk out a little bit more. And yeah, bro, I kind of got in the flow state when talking earlier.
Wait.
Sorry for the silence, but I'm just enjoying the sound of weight in my ear.
Wait.
All right, now we're going back. Let's go. We're not going back, but we're still pressing forward. And yeah, to keep the nature of these vlogs accurate, I don't plan on overshooting to like 25K steps or 30K steps. I just plan on doing the 20K steps as planned and then just ending the video there. Because I believe if the demand is high enough and people want more, you know, if they want 25K to 7-day vlogs, if they want 30K steps, you know what I'm saying? I gotta listen to the people. You know what I mean? Like, if I make this content and nobody wants to continue it, obviously I'll pivot, you know what I mean? I'll try other things. Maybe you guys want to see, you know, a yap session on the incline treadmill. Even though I don't even know if I could be able to talk, yap, but like, if you guys want me to chase a specific calorie burn, right, and yap, or, you know, show you the different exercises that you could burn calories, you know, that are actually more time efficient compared to just walking. See, the thing is my bread and butter is just walking, but I'm a jack of all trades. I could kind of do it all. Not trying to be cocky, but like, I do this. I actually get active. Nobody can take that away from me. I am always grinding. Like, I'm always using my cardio. If I'm not doing my cardio, I'm in the gym. If I'm not in the gym or doing cardio, I'm playing Batman. If I'm not playing Batman in the gym or doing cardio, I'm doing some type of sport. I'm always getting active. I just don't record everything, you know, especially at the basketball court. Because let me tell you, at the basketball court, I like to get active. I like to get good games going, guys. I'm telling you, I'm a hooper at heart. Even though I'm only 5'6", I just enjoy the competitiveness, right? And this channel is more about positivity But when I'm playing, I definitely like to get into my opponent's head. Because when you're playing, man, everything is, there's nothing off the table. All right, mental warfare, let's go. Whatever I could do, because if I'm not putting up points, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not putting up points, I gotta give my team some type of advantage. All right. But if you guys want to see some basketball, if I somehow get the hype for the basketball, you guys want to see me out there do my thing, let me tell you, I will absolutely do that. No questions asked. No questions asked, bro. I'm listening to the people. That's what you guys want. I'll give you guys a show. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you what a 5'6" guy can do. Because yes, I may not have the best dribbling. I may not have the best scoring capabilities, but I can give my team advantages in other ways. I can make the other team really mad. I could defend like an all-star. Maybe I'm gassing myself, but I love to take the mismatches where the guy against me is obviously way better of a hooper than I am, but I love that challenge. I love rising up to the occasion. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of underdogs out there, and I speak for all you underdogs. And if you could just outpace, outwork, you know what I'm saying, the talented people, the driven people, it's gonna take a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? There are some people that like you just can't do anything to. They'll blow right by you, they'll cross you up or anything. As long as you get right back up, you go back and you guard them, you give them something to work for every single point, us. You know what I'm saying? You're giving your team that edge. You know what I'm saying? Guarding is huge. To create chance plays like, you know, getting a steal or, you know, that extra rebound or, you know what I'm saying, like locking up their best player or, you know what I'm saying, get the team to like make some switches going on. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're becoming a problem for the other team to deal with, they'll switch off like a player that might be a mismatch against, you know, your teammate, you know, and it might affect the team. Dude, there's so much that goes into like your team setup when it comes to basketball, guys. I don't know nothing, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to basketball. I had not played on a basketball team because I was into other sports. You know, I'm pretty sure like if I was to also take basketball serious, I could probably play on some recreational basketball teams for the funsies, pay some money and stuff like that. You know, I don't really have money to go and do that stuff. Play like on like a rec team or something like that. I could go and do that. You know what I'm saying? But the world doesn't do that for free. I take my talents to the neighborhood basketball court because that's what I love to do, man. That's just what I love to do. I'll go over there, I'll hoop with everybody, make some good friends in the process, bro. Like, you just, let me tell you, man, I'm all down for that. I'm a guy that's a simple man, bro. I don't need a fancy dinner. I don't need a fancy car. I don't need the fanciest clothes. And as a matter of fact, man, these shoes, my brother gave it to me last year in November. You know, right now it's October. And so I've been consecutively wearing these shoes for 11 months. And I'm so grateful. I got fucking shoes. I got shoes that I could do a lot in. So I don't need to hear anything from anybody like, oh, get new shoes and stuff like that. No, I'm okay. I like what I have. I'm grateful for what I have. There's people out there that don't have shoes. They gotta wear sandals, or man, if they don't even have sandals, they probably make they make it happen. I don't know how, bro. It's just like, what you wear, bro, be grateful for that, man. Be grateful for the clothes that you have on your back, man. Some people will be dying for the stuff that you have. I'm so happy for this hat, man. The thing about this hat is I found it. This shirt, my dad gave it to me. It was one of his work shirts. These pants, my friend got it for me at a thrift shop. You know what I'm saying? The shoes are given to me. You know what I'm saying? The socks, these socks are mismatched. They're not even the same. They're not even the same. Like one's Echo and then one's thing. I don't know what the other brand is. Right? Fila, I think it's Fila. Right? They're not even the same material. One's like super thin, the other one's super thick. Yeah, it feels interesting on the foot, but nonetheless, I'm pretty blessed. There's a lot of people that don't have that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who am I? And this book bag, my mom did buy it for me. My mom bought me this book bag about a year ago too. Well, I couldn't even say a year ago. I think she bought it for me in like February. But let me tell you, despite how it smells, it's still a really good bag. You know, maybe I should do something about that smell, but you know, very grateful for the things I have. I'm very grateful to even have this trick right here too. This little pick-me-up right here. That's the thing, guys. It's like other people could be in worse positions. I would never ever sit here and tell myself I want to be in anybody else's position other than my own. All I would rather do is rather help those people. That's all I would rather do. I wouldn't rather do anything else. Remember, I went on vacation to Puerto Rico, visit my family. I remember, I never bought anything over there to take back home or anything. My dad gave me some money. I spent all that money on my cousins. We're all hanging out. They literally only had $15, man, and they spent their only $15 on ice cream for me without even telling me, hey, do you want anything? They just bought it. The next day, my dad, before I went on the trip that, you know, my mom got me for our birthday. My mom, thank you for taking me to the trip for our birthday. It was me, her. My dad gave me some money, and I remember we walked to the city in Puerto Rico, about like 2-3 miles away from where we were staying at. And I looked at everybody dehydrated. They looked like they were hungry and everything like that. Without a doubt, bro, I went quick. I left the group, and everybody wanted to have fun and stuff like that. I left. I went to one of the local like pincho places. I bought every single dollar worth of pinchos and water. And that was all the money I had. Spent it all on pinchos and water. It's like they always take care of me, because sometimes they don't even have the money to do that. Like $15 to them is like a lot. So I was like, wow, you guys are incredible. Thank you for the ice cream. It was really good, right? But you know, money over there in Puerto Rico is like, doesn't grow on trees. You know what I'm saying? They would also get me like coconuts and like quinepos and stuff like that. Or like just anything, without even asking. That's just the thing. So immediately, once everybody was gathered over there, I was with all the kids, right? All my cousins, all the younglings. Because I pick up on just like how like people like are. You know what I'm saying? Like I could tell that they're tired. I could tell that they're dehydrated. You know, we just did a fat walk. It's not like they do these, 20,000 steps. They probably could be. But, your recovery and everything, I'm blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to be able to recover and stuff like that and be strong to just handle these steps. But I spent all my money immediately. The second I saw any sign of, like, discomfort, I came over, gave everybody, even, like, the cousins that are, like, far cousins. Everybody gets a piece of cake. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets this love and this care. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you're shown that love and that care. You just always want to reciprocate it. Ow. Wow. That was a piece of, I don't even know, piece of earth that looked like it was a kickable rock. I tried to kick the rock and I freaking tripped. What the flip, guys? I wish I could do a lot more. I'll tell you that. I wish I could do a lot more. My family really allows me to pursue my dreams right here on this phone. I can't believe that they do. I can't let them down. I had to continue to pursue this because this is what I want. This is what I want. I want to be there. I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to, share my wisdom, my love, my energy to people that decide to watch. I want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? This is my passion now. I've always wanted to be a coach, man. I am actively just blessed beyond belief, bro, to be able to sit here and talk to you guys. Thank you, Dad and Mom, for letting me pursue this. I know the view count's low. I know 5 people watched, but thank you for letting me do this. I'm 25, and you guys are just, I can only be grateful for you guys. I only have you guys once in my life. Let's see, what time is it? 2 hours and 60 minutes. 2 hours and 60 minutes. I think I had to cross over. I'm about 2 miles away from where I had to go to. Not even, probably less. You guys don't even understand. The speed today, we have been booking it. So, we should have been at the other basketball park, but I am overdriving it, and I am going much further just because I just want to. I just want to today. Today is a very good day. I want to get to this lake, spend some time over there. I'm getting my steps in. You guys already know it. Get your steps in. Number 1, before anything else on this channel, this is all about steps. Everything else that you guys are getting is just a bonus. You know what I'm saying? But the core premise is that I want you guys to get your steps in, because it's going to chain react into a million and one other things that I can't even describe for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys tell me, even in the comments, tell me what great things that you guys are doing. You know what I'm saying? And if nobody tells me anything in the comments, it's okay. And if nobody's watching, it's okay. If people just clicked on it just to watch for a second, I appreciate that 1 second that you guys watched. I know this is not going to hit everybody. I know this is going to get skipped. But I get to just do what I want and I love. I get to just pursue this. I get to just talk to a camera. I get to just feel like I'm working towards my goal. And I tell it to you guys a bunch of times. To the one person, maybe an ant is watching. Maybe my viewer is an ant, right? Or maybe he's a hamster or a dog or a fish. You know, if I could get one of the above to move a little bit better, to see the sun, I'm doing my job. I'm doing what I love to do. I'm doing exactly what I love. That's the crazy thing. I'm doing what I love to do, man. I'm grateful for every step that I take. I'm grateful for every single step, bro. And I want you guys to just be grateful for all the little things that you have. You know, all the little things. Like, to be able to breathe, to be able to stand up straight. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of people. Or there's not everybody in this world is born fortunate enough, you know, with everything that you have. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so please don't ever take your situation or what's good with you for granted, man. It's always going to be somebody else that wishes they could have something that you have, or in a position just like you are. Like let's just focus on being grateful, guys. Let's get these steps in. Let's focus on being grateful. Grateful for you guys. Anybody that's watching this, I'm proud of you for getting your steps in. Remember, that's key. Get your damn steps in. I know day 7, I'm gonna show you guys like a body reveal. I know day 1, I showed you one. You know what I'm saying? Then you guys will see the day 7. I'll let you guys wait for that. You know, because change will come. All right, change will come. This is amazing stuff for your body. Amazing stuff. You're making your tendons, your ligaments, your joints better. Everything is getting a buff. Your recovery, your efficiency on breathing. You're clearing your mind. Come on, guys. Like, if you don't see it, just know it's still happening. Nonetheless, it's still happening. Appreciate you guys walking with me on this very fine day. I wouldn't want to walk with anybody else. Hunter's Creek. Like, genuinely, I really wouldn't want to walk with anybody else. Because you guys, the ones who are watching, you get to see this moon. Look at this moon. Look at that moon. Look at it. Wow. Incredible, right? Absolutely incredible. Look how, look at those birds. Man, bro, that's just nice. To my viewers, if any of you are around the world, much love. Sending you love from Florida, straight to you directly. Appreciate you for tuning in too. I think it's cool that you're viewing from wherever you're viewing. I think that's fucking amazing. I hope this kickstarts your day, wherever you are. If you have anybody from Norway or something like that, something cool like that, in the mountains, show me. You know what I'm saying? Say what's up. That moon, man. I used to think the moon was one big ball of cheese. I really used to think the moon was one big ball of cheese. It's like, if I had binoculars or like a telescope or something like that, I would like to look at the craters. I think maybe when I was a kid, I was able to see that. I know we had an astronomy club, but I don't think I ever made an appearance there. I mean, I did. I really wish I did, though. I tell you that. I really wish I made an appearance. Man, I am kicking my neck. I'm kicking my neck. Because I am just now arriving at where I'm going to end the video, which is the basketball court. I got my steps in. This is a very long vlog. Hopefully I can upload this in one take. But you guys know the drill. It's 2 hours and 23 minutes. This one, I hope it comes out in really good quality. The talk was really, really nice. But, you know, after each one of these vlogs, I feel more comfortable with you guys. I feel that sense of purpose. Like, it starts to really feel real. Like, I know it sounds crazy, like, to say it feels real, but, you know, I'm living the dream. I'm living the dream. I get to talk to you guys. I can't tell you that, like, I can't tell you how grateful I am. Appreciate every single person that watches this. I know I sound repetitive, but it's just what's going through my head constantly. Getting our steps in together. We're all becoming better people. One step at a time, for sure. One step at a time, absolutely. I think I'll go ahead and cross somewhere here. That's a big line. Alrighty guys, I've made it to the court. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you get your steps in. I'll see you for day 5.